on this week's episode of The Chris and Andre Show. Life.
But I'm in like the Undecided Program, so my dorm and the one across it, we're all undecided, so we're kind of all in the same boat, so it's easy for us to like make friends and like really interact with each other.
Joe, you look very confused by this undecided
What is that?
classification.
So when you like apply to college, like you apply for like a major or program. I didn't want to go to state whatsoever, so I just did undecided.
Wait.
And
They accept you into the program as undecided?
The truth comes out.
So you have no focus? You just kind of like taking electives?
well, because either way, every freshman is taking their gen ed.
Yeah.
So you're kind of like in this program, and it's a program, but basically like you're required to take this one course, USC. It's like university something.
Orientation,
And-
university living.
Yeah.
So in essence,
They're
they're like,
you don't paying very close attention.
In essence, they've created an industry where they're like, oh, you don't know what you want, but we want your money,
hungover.
so come sit with us for a while. That's what it sounds like to me, yeah.
Well,
Wow.
I mean,
So, like-
basically what it is it's so I think they called it like the first year program when I was at state, and
when they
like,
realized
you would come in for the
stay
first
for
year.
6 years, they're like,
Yeah.
Well, I come
Well,
from an
I
early,
realized
I come
you could
from
stay
an early
for
college
6 years,
program,
but-
so I have no friend. My college experience is vastly different from everybody else's. So, I have never heard of an undecided program. And then after I finished high school / college, I jumped right into more college. So there was no like, it was a clear pathway of where I was going to be when I started and where I was going to be when I ended. And I ended it.
I'm sorry,
And then-
she's getting her feet massaged right now.
Right.
And I can hear that joint going off.
Multitasking.
See, but like I honestly would have greatly preferred doing that as opposed to what I did, which was to go into a program like because I didn't know what I wanted to do, and so I picked something that I thought would be like generic enough in business management, and also because my dad was
So
like, "You should
vanilla.
go into business management."
It's so vanilla, bro.
Then you can do anything. It is. And like, I mean, I learned some stuff in the 6 years that I was in that program. But I never cared. Like, I was never, interested in the classes. Like, there was maybe one or two courses that were actually of interest to me, and most of them were outside of the business management like curriculum.
So
Was it culinary arts?
No, there was like intro to film. It was great. I just got to sit around and watch movies all day.
So Jaylee, do you
Not all
do you
day, but for
think-
like that one course.
Do you think that the way that it's set up now, it's going to be beneficial not just to you but to other people around you?
Honestly, I love being an undecided because we're like required to take this one course, and it's only one class a week, and it's like 30 minutes, and it's your advisor.
So
and
why is it when I call you, you don't pick up the phone? Go ahead.
Can I finish? So basically, it's once a week, and and you're like with the same like 20 kids for the whole year. So like I'm kind of best friends with everyone in my class, and like yeah, I guess. And my advisor, she's really cool, and you kind of just get like 30 minutes to an hour where you get to be with like people in the same boat with you and your advisor. And in the class, like if they
Hold
are
on.
teaching something.
We lost
lost your
your
sound.
microphone.
Can you hear me now?
Can't hear you. I can hear you because you're.
Do sign language.
Yeah.
Because you're in the next room. But I don't know, that was weird. All of a sudden,
Your mic is off. It keeps flashing off.
Can you hear it now?
Unplug and plug back in.
Yeah. Thanks, Microsoft.
Or just yell loud enough for us to hear you through your dad's mic.
No.
No, what?
She said,
we can't hear her.
Oh, I thought you were like saying no to the idea because I thought it was a pretty good idea.
That too.
Where's this button?
Yeah. Can you hear me? What the actual...
He keeps
Okay,
me saying-
Microsoft Surface. Thanks, Microsoft.
I told you.
Is that what she's using? Microsoft Surface?
Yeah, that's her preferred. Your mic is muted, babe. Oh, she's gonna get back. All right.
I think she was on a good tangent there for a second.
Yeah.
Huh.
Okay.
There it is.
Yay! We can hear you.
But that classic Powell, I don't give a shit attitude. That's amazing.
Okay, where was I?
You like?
Oh, I remember. Okay, so like you're just like in a small class with your advisor, and everything they teach you is like actually useful for college. Like they show you like how to actually use all the things you're provided and like everything you do have access to. They show you how to do like so much stuff like financial aid, applying to majors, how to check like your degree audits and like everything. Stuff like if you weren't in that class, it would take you like a minute to figure out. Right. So it has been helpful, and I don't know, for once a week, 30 minutes to an hour, like I don't care.
But doesn't that seem like something that should be just required education for every incoming freshman?
I think it should
like
be.
That doesn't seem like it should be specific to undecided people, because that's information that I never got as an incoming freshman that would have been really helpful.
Yeah, and that's why I think it's unfair, because like we get to see our advisor at least once a week, and like I don't know, other students don't. And like I talk to other students.
I saw mine once a semester to get like approval so I could get my PIN to register for the next semester.
I saw mine once at the beginning of my program, and then that's it. Never again.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, I don't think they needed to talk to me. I got honors, so.
They had my money, so they didn't.
That was a great humble brag. So I guess the struggle is like, how do you not rebound, but how do you stay focused for your own like path, right? Because the unfortunate thing is like,
he yells at me.
Well, that's fair. But the unfortunate thing is like once there's a. For me, I look at it my kids they're going to be adults. They're going to go to school, and you have to stop trying to corral them and let them be adults for themselves so they can pick their own path. But if that's the case where like most freshmen can take this undecided thing, how do you see it, Jaylee, where they navigate to get to that next step? Oh, we lost you again. We lost you again.
We lost you again.
Thanks, Windows. Thanks, Microsoft. You guys are awesome.
A+.
They only know how to make Xboxes right now.
No. So, without being in the program, but my understanding is that you can basically like sample different courses in different majors, kind of thing, and that essentially allows you to get an idea of what you might be interested in.
Right.
I mean, we talked about it before. Like, my major in business management made me take a course in beekeeping.
Huh?
Yeah.
Like, to what extent? Did you actually...
Entomology 101.
Did you actually,
whatever.
handle bees?
No, but I had to learn about it.
That's stupid. If you're going to make me do it, throw me into the whole beehive, man.
Sure, I mean, like, I could have done that, I guess, but I wasn't particularly interested in getting stung and attacked.
The suit. This is like firefighting. You don't feel the pain until you feel the pain.
Okay. I mean, isn't that always the case?
Not if you think about it like that.
That you don't feel the pain.
A lot of people don't think about it like that. People think about it like, oh my god, it's going to hurt. And then that's all it's going to feel like the whole time. But if you go in thinking...
I thought maybe I could fill time until Jaylee could get her microphone situation figured
No, really. If you go in trusting your equipment, you'll be okay. And then when you do get hurt, it's just like, nah.
No, but
Riverside seems to be anti-Andre's kids being on our show at this point.
They're like speaking truth. So, but I guess the challenge I would say, we talked about this. We've talked about this a couple times, where we give this false impression of, preparing people for the future. Yeah. And fortunately, it works out for a vast majority of people. What is she? Yeah,
I would try signing out and signing back in again. That seemed to work last time.
Yeah. I think that if we don't get to a point where we can actually help people to like figure out what that next path is, it's detrimental to not just the person but to society, right?
Yeah, it doesn't give them a sense of identity, and then they waste time trying to figure that out, which is ultimately hurting the our societies.
But is it worse? Is it worse to have people in an undecided program there than it is to have people floundering in some specific curriculum that they're not interested in, that ultimately they're not going to benefit?
That's a weird way of phrasing it. But no, I think the undecided pathway sounds phenomenal. It gives them time to figure out what branch they want to go into while keeping them in the system. Versus,
Hello?
Yeah, we can.
Yay!
We hear.
All right, so to answer my dad's question from earlier, one thing that they do in the program is you get one assignment a week, so it's like really chill. And like it's like graded but not really graded, but the purpose of each assignment is like I remember the first week it was called like MEPS or something. No, that's like the military stuff. My bad.
That's what
I
it
don't know.
sounds like.
But but basically the first week the assignment was pick like 5 majors and watch like the videos state does about them, like write a few sentences and everything. And like the whole point of the like assignment was to like be able to figure out where NC State has all their majors and like all the information for each major, how to find the information, and like how it coincides with your like PAC portal, which is like a portal. I don't know, but
Like NC State propaganda.
all the so
You say
each week-
propaganda?
so like each week you get an assignment that like helps you like figure out what you like or what you're interested in, and I don't know, it's really
How much are
helpful
they charging
because
for this service?
It's irrelevant.
The same as they do
Tuition.
for any other major.
To hear the rest, tune into this week's episode of The Chris and Andre Show.